Good to go. Let's make it happen.
Apple on this motherfucker. Okay.
No, I hear you. Ain't nothing wrong with
I
that.
usually don't eat, in front of people, in front of company. Okay. But yeah, today.
Man, listen, you gotta get them. You gotta get some kind of nutrition in. I mean,
You know.
ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and I told you I only eat but so much a day.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't say how you do that.
It's like you only eat once a day.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not lying about that. Y'all can ask my wife. I really only eat like literally one. Like, and when I mean once, I mean like one meal where you got a plate. It's got like a protein on it, a vegetable, starch, all that shit. I only do that with everything.
And you good with that?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm fine.
Bro, that would make I walk around here looking all crazy. Mac, what's wrong? I need to eat.
I need to eat right now. Oh my gosh.
All right, so you ready to get into it?
Yeah, we in there.
Welcome back to Talkative. I'm your guy. Mac is the legend.
My bad, family. This is Overtime. Chris in the building eating an apple. Okay.
Nothing wrong with that, boss. Listen, man, I will say this, guys. Look, today we are in the presence of Union Oyster. This spot is in downtown DC in the Union Market area. One of my good friends, Russell Webster, runs this place. Mm-hmm. Gorgeous spot, right?
I was about to say, you had to explain to people where we at. Well, for the YouTube
watchers,
for the YouTube,
yeah.
You know what
absolutely.
I mean? People on the podcast space, yeah, y'all can't see nothing.
Oh, man, listen, if you're in the podcast, if you just listen to this.
You might want to just stop
you might
want to
go in and look at this, man. It's a beautiful spot. This is on the second floor, man. They got a bar up here, full bar.
Right.
This place opened up not too long ago, man. It's always a beautiful atmosphere. The people are great. The staff is good. The food is amazing.
I'm going to finish this apple. You keep talking.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm just, no thing, but I'm going to tell you, man, look, this is one of the first places that brought on Uncle Nearest really heavy. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When we got Uncle Nearest into the area, they brought us in here, man, showed us nothing but love. We done events here. It's become like a second home.
This place is fly, y'all.
Dude, absolutely plush.
I'm currently looking at a picture of Richard Pryor. That's my favorite comedian.
I'm telling you, the artwork in here is ridiculous.
There's Barack and MLK right there.
Yeah.
Nelson Mandela. These are all the people I wanted to meet in my life. You know what I'm saying? But,
man, listen,
it happens.
They did it right, man. I'm telling you. So, I mean, the whole vibe here is entertainment. Stevie got it too?
Is Stevie back there? I can't see I can't see behind the speaker, but yeah. This place is fly.
Dude, listen.
So what, do they have live bands and all that kind of stuff here?
Yeah. So they'll have a live band perform here. I think they do it. I forget what day of the week they do it, but they do live band performances up on this little stage area.
This area is what? I know this is Union.
Man, this is Union.
Union, whatever market. What do they call it?
Union Market. Yeah.
So are there a lot of spots around here like this? This is like New DC to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's a really good question. I wouldn't say there's a lot of spots like this. This is kind of. I'll say this. This is the go-to spot for entertainment in DC.
Got it.
You know what I mean? So that entertainment vibe. So for example, if somebody is in town,
and you're not just saying that because you.
Nah, I'm being real. I mean, that's it. I mean, and I'll say like this: if you want to go to a club atmosphere, Park on 14th might have that vibe still. Mm-hmm. But if you want to go somewhere out to eat, you with your lady, there's people that are the kind of where to go new spot.
Right.
This is it.
Okay.
So me and my woman, we come here all the time, man. Matter of fact, we celebrated her birthday up here. Her last birthday, whatever.
This would be what it seems like from the ambiance.
Yeah,
the type of spot you would want to do that at.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Couches, plush couches, right?
Last time I did a club for my birthday, it was a whole different vibe. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Sparkling bottles coming out.
Oh, really? You did all that?
Yeah, all that stuff, man.
What?
It's not all cracked up to what it looked like,
Yeah.
Bunch of people around, just ain't nobody dancing. Everybody too cool,
looking hard,
mugging, and I was like, this is lame. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
but the only thing about that was good about that night is we all got to meet Memphis Bleak, but that's it.
Woo!
Yeah.
All right, that's a good night.
That's it. But yeah,
where were y'all at? Was that in the city?
This was, what spot was that? I think the spot is closed now because it was, it was like a lounge, and man, I'd have to look it up.
Yeah.
I'd have to look it up. My man, James. Came through and got me all that stuff, the bottles and all that stuff. You know? Yeah, so.
Oh, James came through.
Yeah, James
my guy.
Came through. Yeah, man. It's my fella, man. My guy.
No doubt. Listen, man, I'm going to tell you what, bro. I got this. I want to jump into this one story I got, man. We ain't got no pre-roll right now, do we? We got a pre-roll? Well, I will say this about pre-roll.
Okay, I got something to, I'm go ahead. You do yours first.
I would say this, man. Listen.
I know I'm bugging right now, y'all, but if I don't eat this apple, it's gonna be a problem.
Man, look, they understand. They know you need it, man. But I would say this. The only thing I really want to say is projects we got coming out. I know we've talked about doing some things. I don't know if this is what you're going to talk about, but maybe even going live soon.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yes, let's talk about that.
So, yeah.
So, I don't... which fight are we planning on doing it for? Are we going to do it for the... What's that? Ruiz and Joshua?
Yeah, that's in December.
That's in December.
But the November one is Wilder.
When is the November one?
That is... Let me find out real quick.
I need to open my laptop, but I'm going to finish chewing my apple first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wilder with Ortiz. I think it's like November. Let me see for sure.
I want to say 23rd.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, that sounds
you're
like
right.
Saturday.
That's that.
Yeah.
November 23rd. Boom.
Yeah. So, yeah, we should do something. We'll do it like
I
a
think
live.
so.
Before that point, I think just to do a test, we'll do like a live Q&A.
Okay.
We'll just do like some type of Q&A. Like I'll pop up at Mac's crib and we can just do it. And
That'd be perfect.
Just get everything working so that we know it works. And then, so if y'all want to come out on the 23rd, we're going to do something.
Okay.
We're going to do something for that. Yeah, so just
let me ask you a question, though.
Like, I need to have somewhere, or if you can tell me the best way to do this, to where we can. I guess I can interact with them on IG, but everybody knows I hate IG, man.
No, listen, man. You could do it
like
on YouTube.
Okay.
It's just, I'm gonna tell you the truth. When those comments come up, you kind of just got to catch them. Mm-hmm. Which I think we'll be able to do. Okay. And I mean, I'm not mad at that. Of course, people could do that. You know, what do you call it?
I'm just trying to be more interactive with the people that watch the content. Like I try to get, the comments that come on YouTube. I try to answer the ones that ain't ignorant. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean,
I
think the ones that's gonna be watching this thing live will probably be decent folk. You know what I mean?
And the thing with me is I don't erase ignorant comments. I just let y'all live out there and just stay out there. You know what I'm saying? Just breathe. Yeah. But I want to be able to be in touch and contact people, and I don't want to do it on my personal profile because we don't got to go into that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good look. I think we'll do it on YouTube. We'll see the comments in YouTube live.
For sure.
I think that's the best way to do it. That way everybody who watches it, they know we'll be there.
You have to show me what you mean by
that. Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you. And it's a real simple setup. Yeah. But I will say this. If you want to practice, and I know how you feel about this. But KSI fights Logan Paul again. I know. But the good thing is I'm going to say about this.
Come on, man.
That will allow us to be able to see how something playing at the same time would be. It's good practice.
Do you got to pay for that? You got to pay for
I mean, I already got it's on DAZN.
Okay.
It's on DAZN. If it don't show on DAZN live, then sorry. If it's more money need to be paid for
because
that.
I'm like neither one. I'm not even going to allow you to pay for that.
I understand. I know.
I actually need to get to DAZN. So for
DAZN.
me, this is the problem with the DAZN, and you have to explain it since you have it.
Okay. I just got it though. I hadn't even really played in it yet.
Okay, then
I just got it
because I'm not just buying it. Like, do they have content on there every day? Yeah,
I think they have all the fights they've shown, of course, in the past. I don't know if they have new shows on DAZN. That's a good question.
Okay.
Like I don't know if DAZN does any of those like pre-fight show type things. Like remember they would do like HBO used to do.
This is the thing. Like I'm not paying for something just when fights come on, and I don't want to see every fight that's out there. Like
that's a fact.
Like
that's a fact.
I'm into boxing, but I'm into boxing once you pass a plateau. Like okay, I watch some amateur stuff. Like and the amateur stuff that I'm talking about are the boxers that are about to compete in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Even though that's not very popular anymore, a lot of boxers pass that over.
Yeah.
I pay attention to who wins Golden Gloves in a certain weight
oh,
group.
Yeah, of course.
I pay attention.
You're looking at real fights.
Yeah, I'm looking at people that have the potential to be on a level to where people other than myself will know about them. Like the non-casual, somebody who's not a casual boxing fan would just be whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really know if there's a value in buying the DAZN if they don't have like a show. Like, okay, every day at 4 o'clock, or not even at 4 o'clock, every day this is on, or there's podcasts on there, or they're like anything.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say the only way they got me on DAZN was I know they're showing that Andy Ruiz fight.
And that's what I'm getting it. You know, I'm just trying to do my free trial.
Exactly.
My free trial.
I was thinking about that. I was thinking about that. So let me just wait, get the free month trial, and cancel that joint.
Free trial.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, that's what I did with Hulu.
That's all I do.
mean?
They be like, "Oh, I want to see
get a free month.
Get
Okay.
that free trial." Okay, that's what I'm saving my
get that free
ESPN
trial.
Plus
Yeah.
one. I'm like, okay, you get free 30 days. I'm like, I just gotta wait for something to come on,
Right.
And I'm gonna get it.
Watch
or whatever.
that, then the week after that, cut it off.
The funny thing is, like
I'm
a lot
done.
of times with these platforms like this, and my man Terrence, the mayor of Johnson, you know what I'm saying, told me, Johnson, South Carolina, told me last year during like Cyber Monday, he's like, "Hey Chris, they got Hulu for 1 cent for the whole year."
Yeah, I remember you said that.
And I was like, and I just kept saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna go do it before the day is out." And you know me,
never happened.
40 things happened, and I just forgot about it.
Dang.
And now I haven't gotten it yet because I'm like, man, I'm waiting for that 1 cent to come back around. Like I need that 1 cent.
Like y'all did it before.
Yeah.
You should do it again. Look, it's a trip, man.
I need that to come back around.
When I got Hulu, I got to admit, there's a lot of things I do like about it. The way the way the setup is.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, the reason why I got Hulu, just so you say real quick, is I wanted to see.
You need Hulu.
You do, but I'm being honest, they got this one show.
What show?
One Punch Man. It's,
they actually have the
part
anime.
2.
Yeah.
So part 2, One Punch Man came back.
Oh, wow.
And I just had to see it. Me and my brother,
They actually have some good
things.
original content on
Oh yeah,
on Hulu.
Like, the original shows.
Yeah,
everything.
so
yeah, like is Handmaid's Tale on
Handmaid's Tale. Like
Okay, yeah,
everybody keeps
everybody
telling
says
me
it's
and
great,
about
right?
that, and we just
My
we're
homeboys love
slow to get it. I mean, I think Lee uses her sister's account. Whatever,
That's the best way to do it.
You know, they don't tag me in on none of this stuff.
See, that's how they do you.
Okay,
Yeah.
I just found out about that the other day. I'm like, oh, you just
we
around
keep
here
it
with
secrets
Hulu
now.
and shit.
Yeah, all of a sudden.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I understand.
I can't get no.
Yeah.
You know how you can
Don't worry
add
about me. I'm just
profiles
married
on
to
the
you.
thing. Where's my profile
Yeah,
at?
I ain't got
I'm
one.
looking up on the screen like, where's my profile at?
How come I can't get a profile?
Yeah. I'm like, dang, all right.
No, look, dog.
Because I ain't want to see Hulu. You know
Well, I'm gonna tell you this, man. I got the Hulu. I got the Zone, so we'll figure it out.
Right.
You had another pre-roll real quick.
I did. What did
Uh-oh.
I have to say? Jesus,
Might come back.
man. Oh my God, it's going. Hold on.
Oh, there it is.
Let me
Gotta warm up with it. Like, gotta do a little.
Let's just
gotta do a
move
little-
on.
All right,
And
we're
it'll
moving
come back.
into it.
Like I'm telling you, we get to talking. It's like shit.
I know.
Again.
I know.
Yeah.
Man, listen. Let me tell you. I got
Wi-Fi in here.
Yeah. I just use my phone. There is Wi-Fi. I just don't know the
I
password.
can use my phone.
Yeah, I just don't need no password.
Yeah, I can use my phone.
Listen, man. So this is a personal story. No, this is crazy, man. But it brought up such a good conversation between me and my wife. I'm gonna tell you what happened. This is like what?
Those
This
are
is
always
2
fun.
days ago. Yeah, these are always fun, right?
Yeah.
This is 2 days ago. So this was Monday night.
Okay.
We had just finished watching your favorite show, Power. Which we might have to say something about. I don't know.
Carry on.
Okay. So we had just finished watching Power. And of course our expression was, okay. And then power goes out. Now here's the thing.
No pun intended.
Yeah. Nice. Nice. Yeah, nice. Good point. So power goes out. And dude, I could probably count. I know I can count on one hand how many times we lost power in our place.
Okay.
And so all of a sudden the entire, neighborhood is just dark. Boom. Right?
Oh damn.
And
That's a bad one. Now.
yeah, it's a bad one. The whole neighborhood goes out, right?
Mm-hmm.
But to be honest with you, the moon was so bright. Literally, we opened the blinds, we could see just fine. It was like morning, basically.
I got you.
But when the power goes out,
Mm-hmm.
it's amazing how much your mind's cut on.
Okay.
In a weird way.
Yeah.
Like all of a sudden,
Like a survival mode button. Come on.
I'm glad you say that.
Yeah.
It's really interesting you say survival because the good conversation me and my wife got into dealt with fear versus survival. Now, here's the deal. I remember I grew up in the country, man, the sticks.
Right.
Outside in Pleasant Garden, North Carolina, long ways out of Greensboro.
Right.
Yeah, right in the sticks. Now, when the power will go out down there, dude, it's you in the middle of the woods.
It ain't nothing.
It ain't nothing. It's Blair Witch out there, bro.
Yeah, man.
So
it's dark.
it's dark.
Yeah. Dark.
And it's yes.
Okay.
And it's either to most people it's either serene and nice or it is extremely creepy.
That's that.
Exactly.
And you just got that match.
And you
You
still
just
can't
walk
see
around-
nothing.
you
Ain't no
still can't
street
see
lights
nothing.
nowhere.
Oh.
So this is my thing. Now, I just told my wife, I said, I remember when the power would go out, that's when my mom, I remember more so than my dad. And I could be wrong, but I think I remember this. My mom would go and get the gun.
Oh. Okay.
And let me just have this close to me.
She went and got that weapon. Okay, just in case. You know what I mean?
Just in case somebody want to act stupid out here.
If you want to get crazy, we can get crazy.
Yeah. It ain't with a baseball bat, though.
Yeah.
Moms will go ahead and pull out the piece. Now, I think this was after my father passed away, so by then it was just a different thing. It was, and it wasn't, I didn't get necessarily fear from her.
Okay.
I got survival.
I got you.
Survival mode.
I got
you. Just in case shit, right?
Yeah.
Now, so I told my wife that story. I said, well, you know, when the power go out where we were, that's when the gun will come out.
Right.
We'll just be somewhere close by.
Ain't like guns out.
Yeah, exactly. Power's out, guns out. It ain't like it's, you know, she strapped like she put it, you know, in the back of her pants or something. It ain't like that, right? Moms ain't doing that.
So she didn't grow up in Baltimore, is what you saying.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be that.
That's the only place I ever seen them. Okay.
Where else do they go?
Where else do they go?
Nah.
I seen them in socks.
Yeah,
I seen them in
exactly.
socks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
None
Little
of that.
22 in your sock.
None
you know
of
what I mean?
that
Little
stuff.
38 tucked back.
Good
you know?
God,
yeah,
man.
like,
Yeah. Like they really doing it. We got to be undercover just in
Ain't
case
no
somebody come.
Ain't no play. Okay.
Now, moms will come, put it out on the table or somewhere close by so you know it's there when you need it.
Right.
But it was never a thing like we were like worried or nervous under that. So
all right.
My wife says, well, you know, for you to mention that, you must be afraid. And I was like, well, hold on. What do you mean afraid?
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Who you talking to?
Who you calling afraid? What? So I was like, nah, I'm not scared. No, I'm definitely not scared.
Right.
And so she says, no, for you to think you need a gun, that's coming from the origin of fear. And I kept playing with my mind. I was like, I'm gonna hear you out, but I don't think it's fear. I said, and I couldn't find the word. And it finally came. I said, no, it's survival.
Yeah.
That's if something happens. Like I said, when you're ready, you ain't got to get ready, right?
Man, I was just about to say that. I was literally just about to say that.
I said that to her. I said, when you're ready, you ain't got to get ready.
Right.
So if something happens, she was like, but that might happen when the lights are on. I said, nah, because people act different when the lights go out.
That's true.
That was my thing.
That's true.
So this is where the whole conversation comes.
And a great example of that is just go, and mainly back in like the 80s and stuff like when they had that big blackout in New York City.
Yes.
And just for those days on end, you know, it's like it was like documented in this movie called Summer of Sam. Like,
oh yeah.
Like it was like, you know,
Summer
complete
Sam.
darkness in the city for a number of days. The looting.
Absolutely.
The violence, the rape, the attacks, the this, the that. There's just so many things that just happened in that short period of time. And here's the thing. I never lived in the deep South. You know what I'm saying? And all I ever knew growing up about the deep South is people with pointy hoods that was white.
There you go. Good God.
So if a pointy white hood, I seen like, you seen the Medgar Evers movie.
Yeah.
You seen The Time to, all that stuff. You seen all this stuff.
It's happening at night.
So me personally, the lights go out. It may be fear, but the fear is turning on that button, that survival mode button that says like ain't nothing gonna happen up in here. It ain't gonna be no easy win. So if you come in here and try to do something,
that's where this is
a little. Yeah, it's just like a little. If the lights go out, I'm just telling you, in here right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Right now, I'm finding a corner.
Okay, a corner and a weapon.
And a corner and a weapon.
Okay, good point, Chris. So this is what I told. Now you know where the conversation went. Right. So I said no, and I kept telling her it's not fear, and she said no, it comes out of fear. So then I said, look, here's my thing. Right now, if you put me in it, oh no, this is what she went to, Chris. She said, it's really your fear of being in the dark. I said, you mean afraid of the dark? She said, yeah, you're afraid of the dark. I said, no. Listen. You put me in a dark room, I'm good to go. But if you put me in a dark room with somebody else I do not know, a stranger,
right,
and the lights go out,
right,
or whatever,
right, in a strange, like, yeah, that's.
I'm more concerned about that person. Put it this way, and this is where we went. I said, look, so let me take you into exactly what happened. I said, you put me in a room, I'm in it by myself, lights on, no problem.
Right,
lights go off. No problem. I'm in that room by myself, lights off. I'm not afraid of the dark.
Right.
There's nothing there.
Right.
You put another person in there.
Yeah.
You put anything in there. You put a dog in there. I don't care. You put anything in that room with me. and the lights go out, I am very much in survival mode, and I'm concerned about that other thing.
Yeah.
And so I told her, you might can say I'm afraid of that person because I don't know what they're gonna do in the dark.
I might say I'm concerned with the situation and the variables of the situation that can take place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's.
Oh wait, yeah. Oh, is he here? Yeah, Tim. Yeah, tell him to come on up.
Yeah.
Thank
you. I'm not. Look, I'm in a place, like, even if it's my place, and I can understand where your wife was coming from with her thoughts in that, like, why you in your house? Why you scared of the dark in your own house? Like,
right.
You know, it's just your house. Okay, yeah, that's you got a point. I'm not scared of the dark. I'm not scared of this. But somebody could have cut the power in the house. That's
what I'm saying.
Like,
exactly.
And that's not necessarily me being scared of something. So I say from my standpoint, it's more of an anxiety of
I like that.
Something I don't want anything to happen to anybody that's in this space with me.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So it's that anxiety causes me to turn on a button and says, okay, let me go put my handprint on the damn thing and get my thing out and put it in my waistband. Because in Baltimore, we put it in our waistband, man.
Yeah, I feel you.
Because you got to, you just.
In the country, it's like right on the table.
It's just a.
Some have. No, I feel you.
That's a motion.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's just a shoulder motion.
Get good at it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And with the motion, you go boom, clack, clack.
Yeah. Okay, well, that's what I'm saying. Now, going back to where you at mentally, that's what I'm saying. My wife, I felt, had a point. And I actually started really having to consider her point.
Okay.
And I started saying, man, you know what? Let me think. Am I afraid? Is it darkness that scares me? I said, no, it's this, like you said, it's the situation that could present itself. Right. So, and I was trying to explain to her that a lot of people, when the power goes out, under the guise of darkness, under that thing, that's when a lot of craziness could happen.
You never
People
know.
go crazy. Look, freaks come out at night. Houdini done told y'all. All right. So my thing about it is, it's all about
truth. It's truth.
It's truth to that. Yeah. So I just remember going through that whole conversation. I was thinking, to me, it was interesting because I do believe there's a lot of. Let me tell you this: as soon as the power went off, within the amount of probably 3 minutes, my next door neighbor walks outside for some odd reason with a flashlight.
Well, you know, that's what people with no pigment in their skin do. You know, they go looking for the noise or whatever. We in there,
I'm like, wow.
Like, the noise can come to me. Okay.
That's it. I'm not going to
go
go
open
out.
the door that I'm in.
Yeah,
and as soon as you open the door,
what's going on out
it's
here?
a problem
Dude,
for you.
Every horror movie done told you, don't go outside with the light. Like, don't go anywhere.
I'm not going
stay where you
the
at.
noise. No.
Yeah, just stay where you at.
Man, if something goes off,
with
like,
your peace.
It's crazy to me. But yeah.
So he went
that's
outside.
A pigment challenge thing.
It's true. Okay. Now you got a good point. Because in my neighborhood, it is very diverse. And everybody then look, 2 more people step outside. They not of the
everybody's
of the black or brown.
What's going on out here?
Yeah, they're looking for something. And I'm like, I don't know what you're looking for.
They out there with a flashlight. Like,
with
the flashlight's
flashlight
gonna help them if there's something out there. Let me just shine the light on it.
The whole neighborhood is dark. I can look at my window and see the whole neighborhood was dark. Why am I even going to go out there and look
light
for it?
on it? Like, it'll go away.
Yeah, like, you can start light in the darkness. Like, let me get a switch out here.
I see you. Just go. It'll go away now.
Well.
Yeah.
Man, listen. So, anyway, my point to say about that is also when the power goes off, it's amazing how much goes through your mind, how much your mind, like I said, it just fills up that space all of a sudden.
Right.
Whether you want conversation, read a book, or just imagination, all the things that kick and all the ideas that are there.
Yeah.
And dude, within that hour, me and my wife just got into this long discussion, so our time passed by kind of quick.
Yeah.
But I've been in certain situations where the power goes off. Dude, the hour feels like a day.
It does.
Because you're so used to either the TV being on.
How about turn your phone off for a day and see how long your day is?
I'll be honest. I bet that's going to be very long.
That's a long day.
Because you're stuck with yourself.
It's a long day.
Yeah.
I remember, 9/11, it's, whatever. And like people were having, issues because everybody was trying to call everybody. So all of the...
I remember that.
All of the networks were jammed up. You couldn't get through.
Nah.
You didn't know if
especially
whoever.
DC.
And I have family in New York, so it was just like, you're just trying to make sure everybody's okay. But,
of course.
Whatever. People, you have to like, and I think that's what I love about the Apple phone. It tells you your screen on time.
Oh, yeah.
I love that feature because it always made me
Chris,
aware.
hold on now. You said you like the Apple phone?
I said I like the Apple OS. Okay.
Yeah.
The OS that's on the phone that tells you how long you've been on the phone. I don't like that. No.
Yeah.
Y'all can continue to go out here and pay $1,200, $1,100 for your phones.
Yeah.
I ain't on that.
I'm with you.
Chris ain't on that. Never gonna be on that. But the fact that we spend so much time on our phone and not in the space that surrounds us.
Sure.
Like I'm telling you, when you turn your phone off, like yesterday, my phone, it didn't ring all day, but then I realized I had it off for a good portion of the day.
Well, that's good, man.
I had it off for a good portion of the day, and that time was like, it was like peaceful almost.
Yeah, right.
Because I was just in my house, just doing my thing. I had to go into the office for a little bit, but it's just like I imagine most people, if they did not have a device, tethered to them,
sure,
they would feel like, oh, what I'm supposed to do. What's going on? And like people in our age group, that's what bugs me out, because I'm like, we remember, like, I had this conversation with one of my best friends. Let me say this. People call you right now, and they expect, or they text you, and sometimes you'll text me and you'll text me an hour later.
Yeah.
You'll text me 2 hours. Shit. Sometimes you may text me the next day. Hey, man, I was jammed up.
Yeah.
You remember the days where just motherfucker call your house?
Yeah.
And I ain't home, and you didn't call back 2 hours later.
Nah, not at all.
You just said you left a message.
Yeah.
And the person will call you back.
Exactly.
When they get there.
Yeah.
Having something tethered to you all the time, it gives people.
I like how you said that, tethered.
Tethered.
Yeah, wow.
Because it is.
Tethered.
Like, it gives people that idea that you are always available. Yeah. No matter what time of day.
Isn't that something?
I can contact. If I text you right now, you're supposed to text me back within the next minute or so. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't text me back within the next 10 minutes, I'm going to send another text. Hey, did you get my text? And sometimes I be wanting to answer, bitch, yeah.
Good God.
You know what I mean?
But Chris, let me say
I'm
this.
busy. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you want me to do?
This is one thing.
That's the thing.
I feel that with business, I feel the need to have to respond quick. With friendships and things of that,
just shit
I
that
feel
don't have
when
nothing
I
to do
can.
with nothing. You know what I'm saying?
But only with business, I feel like, oh shit, let me go and do this real quick. I got to knock this out real fast. And I shouldn't have to, because then there's anxiety with that, right?
Right.
And even in those businesses, the thing about it is those are normally business relationships, and they're not. The question they ask me is not normally a quick answer. I have to give back a quick answer.
Right.
But I'm thinking I have to do this to uphold an image, or I don't want to take their time or whatever. But personal stuff,
right?
I get it when I can, type thing.
I do the opposite with business, man.
That's
Here's
the
thing. I don't want motherfuckers thinking I'm desperate.
Well, that's
so I don't answer right away. If it's something that I initiate and then you answer the question, I'm gonna answer right away. But if it's something like, yo, Chris, can you blah blah blah, I take my time with it, because sometimes you have to think about what the person is asking.
Well,
so I don't respond right away. Like this is the thing. I just allow myself time to, I guess if it's something somebody's asking you to do, or if it's something in regards to anything that you have to volunteer your time for.
True.
I just sit there and value my time. Like, okay, can I do that? All right, let me answer now. You know what I'm saying? I
think you do have to have that space. I just think that business is about money. Making money.
Oh, it's about money. I'm
time.
Yeah. Okay.
Time is money. And I'm like, well, let me go and get this money. Let me go and get this done.
You me about coming and get some shit out your garage.
Yeah,
like, please get the fuck off my phone. Okay.
Like none of that.
Nah, I don't do that. No,
Dude,
that ain't about nothing.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, man. Look, I want to mention a few things, but we gotta take a quick break if you don't mind.
No, we can.
1 second.
No,
okay.
For sure. All right.
So, listen, real quick, Chris. This is something that I came across.
Yeah.
When I was looking at our favorite fighters, KSI and Logan Paul.
Yeah.
The guy managing this fight, is the same manager for Anthony Joshua.
Money green. That's my answer for that. Money's green. And it's spent everywhere. It don't matter. Like, people don't care about the aesthetics anymore. The discipline. They just want to make money, man. So it's like, even though if you have a passion for something, you have to be careful with your passion and putting it in other people's hands. Because for me, as a creator and as somebody who is very creative, I am so in tune with just everything that goes into being in a discipline, in any type of discipline.
I'm with that.
And to see it get exploited, because this is exploitation of it. Because you have two individuals that just hate each other. They have a good enough following to bring in good buys, good, a good amount of money.
Yeah.
So from a manager standpoint, I can't knock them for doing it. I can't, because that's your job. Your job is to make money. Like, you only make money when the constituents that you have make money. But in a sport that I love so much, it's buffoonery. You know what I'm saying? To me, I can say that. You know what I mean? It's buffoonery in that sense. But from his standpoint, it's just, man, and this is the other thing. From Joshua's standpoint, I would fire him.
That's all I'm saying.
I would fire him, because for me, the fact that your attention is somewhere else and not directly focused on what I need to do right here for my life. This is my life. Like, this is what I do every single day, day in, day out. This is not a situation where it's a one-off, we make a bunch of money, and then that's it. This is something that has been tied to me since I've been, for years, decade even. You know what I'm saying? So I don't need anybody else around me. And I don't know how Joshua feels about it.
Well,
but, to me, I'm just telling you, I'd fire him and then get somebody else.
This is my thing. Listen. Eddie Hearn he's managed several matches for, I believe, a lot of different sports out there.
Yeah.
But I think right now with Anthony Joshua being, I would imagine, his biggest cash cow right now, you would
at
have
the moment.
to, at the moment at least. Wow. I think you
so to that point, it's like, why you never go ahead.
But
why are you looking elsewhere too?
I don't know how many other fighters he might be promoting. He might be promoting a lot, but I know that a lot is riding off this next fight for Anthony Joshua.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So I think that's my biggest thing. I'm nothing against KSI, Logan Paul. Look, it's cool that I told you. I still think it's cool that they created some kind of not industry, but they've created some kind of thing out of YouTube.
Yeah.
That's interesting to see that happen, and they make money off of that. I'm not gonna knock the hustle, but I think that I would want somebody really focused on what I'm doing to get this thing going.
Yeah.
To get this thing right.
That next step.
Right.
Because that next step for Joshua, Ruiz, Ortiz is out of there. He's not. He's not.
80 years old.
Yeah,
I don't believe that 40.
But that heavyweight division, there's so much money to be made, to be had.
Right.
And to be floating around, especially with platforms like the DAZN and even ESPN Plus, like having exclusive fights, like Premier Boxing Champions. Boxing isn't back in the mainstream to where everybody is talking about it.
Yeah.
But when big fights happen, people pay attention and they tune in.
Sure.
When that Fury and Wilder fight again, I really think that's going to break some records.
Wow.
If both of them handle their business, Fury did, so he's already ready to go. But if everybody handles their business, that Wilder Fury fight will be the equivalent, not the equivalent monetarily, because boxing was just at another plateau back then. But I think you're getting that same type of hysteria that an Evander Riddick Bowe was. You know what I'm saying? A George Foreman, this, blah blah blah. Like those key marquee names are back in that heavyweight division, because when the heavyweight division is flourishing, boxing is flourishing.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
real.
There's so much money to be had in that. I ain't got time to be messing around with you doing these little side projects.
Yes, I'm saying. I think that's my biggest problem.
It's a protection for him, because he doesn't know. He knows. Even the manager knows. I know he knows. If Joshua loses this fight,
he's done.
He is finished. It is done. It is over. It is over.
Wow.
At least it's over for a good while for him. Now, there could be some, but it's like, bro, there's, how hard it will be for you to get back to the level that you're at if this dude, and I'm not taking anything away from Ruiz, because honestly, he's an amazing boxer. Like the last podcast, I was sitting up here kind of like whatever. But he's had a story.
I'm telling you, man.
I kind of
Ruiz
dug back into him, and I looked at his amateur background. I looked at some of the things, he's a good dude, and
dude is ready.
Yeah,
it's his time. He's ready. He's got to do it, and he showed you what he could do. Yeah. And Joshua had no answer for it. None. I'm telling you. But look, let me get out of that, because we talk about boxing quite often. Let me go.
Show coming. I'm not going to announce it yet, but show coming.
Absolutely. Yeah. Let me go ahead and say this real quick, man. A quick note I want to make, because this happened quite some time ago, but Nicki Minaj retires. I know.
You
Not
see
a big thing
yeah.
to us. Yeah, I see
The
your
people
face.
that on the podcast can't see my face, but
Well, this is my thing. Okay, now when it happened,
okay, go ahead.
well, this is the whole thing. The talk, of course, is Cardi B has taken over that spot so much that for that reason,
Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah, Megan Thee Stallion, another one. They've taken over this. And you know, it's interesting, but
Rhapsody, my favorite rapper.
can you have a lot of women present at one time?
I think you can. I think
in the hip hop game.
I think we did. I think we saw it before. I mean, you can't have them all together and there's going to be no fighting. Because we had Foxy and Lil' Kim and Queen Latifah was still active at that time.
That's true.
Oh my God, what is that? We had oh my God, Angie Martinez was for a little while. There was a pocket back coming out of the 90s where there was a good, like probably when I was like in 11th grade, where there was a fair amount of female rappers. And I feel like we're back in that same spot.
I think
and there's
so.
female rappers in different pockets. See, my pocket is like, I'm not saying Nicki Minaj can't rap. I'm saying Cardi B can't rap because people write for her. She can deliver lyrics.
Yeah.
The writers
She
can write
says
it.
people write her stuff.
And
Yeah.
she doesn't
ain't
hide
no problem
it.
with that.
So I can't put her. I'm not putting her in that same field as Nicki. I don't know about Megan enough, but Nicki, Rhapsody.
But Cardi's the number one female rapper.
She's the number one. She's
Yeah.
obviously a sale. She's a star. She's like she's out of here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she's a superstar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She's getting to that point where she's going to transition into where Nicki was. You know what I'm saying? She's not quite at that level yet. I don't see. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it.
That's interesting.
She's not at that level yet.
I can feel you on that, though, because Cardi's
Cardi's
very new.
This is the problem with rappers and their egos, okay, and where the whole retirement thing comes. The retirement issue comes up when rappers feel like nobody's paying attention to them anymore, and their ego tells them that I'm just going to retire now because
that's what the backlash
don't
is all
nobody
about.
care. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, that's what the backlash for Nicki Minaj
Rappers
is.
don't retire.
Yeah,
Jay-Z's Black Album shows you that.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
How many albums has he had since that point? And and I always say this about rappers, even Joe Budden, he's probably the only one that I believe will never rap again.
Dude, I don't know. That last track he made, Fuck 'Em All, was good.
Yeah, but
I can't remember the whole album.
How many years ago? Like, I actually believe him, though.
Yeah,
I believe him, though. I do.
Okay. I'm with it.
Because certain people do it with a conviction of, I don't want to backtrack my life, because as soon as he stopped rapping, he became one of the biggest, like one of the top 5 earners in the podcast space.
Yeah.
So it's like a regression almost if you go back to that lifestyle. And then this is a thing that I've already said, and we're going to talk about, what's it, rhythm and flow? What's that? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, man.
We want to talk about that briefly.
Yeah.
But contrary to what everybody pumps out here about music, there's no money in music. There's $0.
Crazy, but
there's $0 for, not zero, but there's not a lot of opportunities for the mass majority of creators who want to make music to make the money that they think they're going to make. But
is it just because the space is too packed?
Because a nerd sat in a damn room, thought of an algorithm, built an app called Spotify.
Good God!
And said, I'm going to give you a fraction of a penny for a stream of your music.
My man said a fraction of a penny.
I'm going to give you a fraction of a penny. I think it's 0.0071 cents.
Try going to get a Bojangles chicken sandwich with that.
So every stream, and that's not for everybody. It's a variable. They put a variable algorithm on top of that.
I can see that.
And there's a time stamp. Like if I go on somewhere and I listen to your shit for 24 seconds, that doesn't count.
Oh, so you have to listen to it for a certain amount of time
before
they even start giving you that money.
There's a certain amount of time that you have to listen to that song for it to count as a stream. So it's like all of the money resides with them in the space of actually like mechanical. Like you hear it over here, you hear it over there, you hear it over here. That kind of money's gone. Ooh. I'm not saying there's no tour money. I'm not saying there's no merch money. I'm not saying there's not more opportunities for artists if they get to a point to do other things in like the YouTube space and the social media space. Sure. There's money in that regard, but I think it's an extreme disservice.
Good God.
For a lot of the elder statesmen in music to be telling kids there's more money in here than there's ever been. No, there's not. Okay, I'm telling you, no, there's not. I'm just being honest. It's not.
It's dried up.
It's just not there.
It's dried up.
You know
well, let me say this. Good segue into the show. Rhythm and Flow aired on Netflix. They dropped, I think, four episodes showing all the contestants.
And for people that don't know what it is, it's a Netflix show, kind of. It's like a rapper version of like an American Idol type thing. Like you have judges. They went to 4 cities.
Right.
I think Chicago, Atlanta, LA, and New York.
Yes.
With the episodes. And so they went to these areas, and there are 30 contestants that were picked out of those 4 areas that are going to compete in LA for a bullshit contract. There's somebody,
oh my God.
There's somebody is going to sign them. Getting right to it.
Yeah, I see.
A bullshit contract that somebody is going to
punches.
sign them to, and it's never going to amount to anything.
Damn. So wow.
Now you can pick it up from wherever you.
So with that, but with that, now I feel you, because the thing is, this is what really. I mean, so I watched the shows. I was like, let me just see what the new talent is like out there. Whatever.
Right.
I found one comment. This is not giving away anything. So you have not seen the show, it's all good. You can still watch. It's kind of like you said, like American Idol. If you want to hear it, you can hear it.
Right.
But the comment that I did take note of, that I felt like I've thought this, but I didn't know that the judges, who were T.I., Cardi B, Chance the Rapper, it kind of surprised me, and they had other guest judges in different cities that they went to.
Right.
But it surprised me when a lot of the judges were saying, "You rapping too fast." To all the contestants, they were like, "I don't understand what you're saying." And I started thinking, man, wait, I thought that was just me because I'm older in hip hop, and I don't know. But even there were times when even Twista, and even like Quavo and all them were even thinking, I don't know what all you said. Even Big Boy, and these people they are known to rap fast sometimes. Now, sometimes they did say they still caught it. But a lot of these contestants, I'm going to say, man, to me, it sounded like 75%, maybe 80% of people that they showed were rapping fast. I mean, that real like...
But my theory on that is
people
think if you say something faster, that it appears to be, I guess you could say, like, oh, he like slicker. Like, oh my God, like... You just like it's a wow factor type thing. I think a lot of rappers and artists use it as a crutch now.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Well, Joe Budden on his podcast said Logic is one of the worst rappers he's ever heard in his life, and I feel the same way.
Well, like, I listened to too much Logic, to be honest.
Logic is one of those rappers, and he's from this. He's from the
from Maryland.
Area.
Yeah.
I feel like you can mask a lot of bullshit. In like you can mask a ton of bullshit in that. And I'm even gonna go back in the day to our generation. Bone. You can mask a lot of bullshit. Okay. Because if you actually go read some of the now some of them I'm not the ideal person to be sitting up like whatever.
You gotta be thinking now what some things they said.
I'm kind of like a pessimist in that way, but I love Bone.
Yeah.
I'm not taking anything away from them or whatever.
Yeah. Nah, I don't know.
Oh man, God, whatever.
Yeah, you all right?
We ain't do that. Okay.
I ain't do that. I don't know.
But like, if you go and just read, I just challenge some people. There's a beautiful site. It's called Genius, and they break down rap lyrics. If you ever want to know what an artist is saying, they will break it down. You just go in there, type a song in, and it'll come up, and then you can read what they're saying. And a lot of times you're gonna read that shit, and you can be like, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. Like,
and I mean, you're right.
You talking about.
And I guess the cadence.
That don't even go. Like you was talking about a woman, and then you went into like the atmosphere, and then you went from the atmosphere back to the woman, and now you talking about how you like a bubble bath. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, like what the fuck?
No, I'm with you. But I found that when they pulled that out in the show, it got me to feel, I guess in some ways, validated from how I feel about hip hop now when I hear it.
Yeah.
Like I'm all of a sudden, I'm listening. I'm like, man, I just can't hear it.
You know when you hear that shit,
I can't hear it.
You know when you hear like rapping.
Right. Absolutely. And so there were a couple. There were a couple cats in there.
You know when you hear some like.
Listen, I'm going to tell you, man. Yeah. I actually did list a few people that I'm just interested. I'm just going to say this.
I don't remember their names, but I'm gonna see if they're anybody that I kind of took towards.
I
don't remember names, but I know how they look.
There's four. There's four of them that I wrote down.
Okay.
There's actually five, but I don't know one of them. So one of them I wrote down was Flawless Real Talk. I can't remember exactly what
the
his
fuck was that? Did you just hit? You just ignored that shit like you ain't
it
hear
ding
the,
dong? Was it
yeah.
Like, I don't know. I think somebody just arrived.
Like we was on
With
a
Tim over
plane
there
or
laughing.
something.
That was your Tim?
Like, bro, I thought we was on. I was like, we about to take off?
Yeah.
I'm looking around like,
Welcome
okay.
to the flight of the day.
Speaking of survival mode,
exactly,
it's like,
yeah.
I was like, damn.
Well, yeah, Chris all of a
See,
sudden.
noises
look,
don't like, nah.
I just see that shoulder pop out.
Just hold
Where
it
we
right by
at?
your ear. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Just hold it right by your ear like that.
You want to do something? Well, look, this is my thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so Flawless Real Talk, Joe Ham, Jacob Campbell, and they had this one little. Did you see the real short? The little tiny girl. She called herself Beans. Now listen, the girl was looking. She looked damn near demonic.
Damn, I'm gonna have to go back and like.
She a tough
You
looking
had
cookie.
names. You wrote down names.
Well, just because when I was watching the show, I was like, man, okay, I just want. This is the people I want to look for.
Joe
Flawless
Ham.
Real Talk, Beans. Here, check it out.
I'm trying to think.
Now the guy that remember the guy that looked like a janitor. I don't remember his name though. They
me see.
picked on him and said he had like a onesie, and they said look like a janitor. He had like all this hair, but the dude was dope. Now everybody else I got their name. The janitor dude was from Inglewood.
Okay.
I do remember that because remember Snoop was like, "Where you from, homie?" It's like Inglewood. He said, "Nah, where
Who's
you
this?
from?" That was the janitor. I don't remember his name.
I like
though.
him. Yeah,
I liked him.
You just put janitor
Yeah,
like
'cause
because you
that's the
didn't
only
know
name I
his
didn't catch.
Okay, yeah.
But everybody else I caught. Beans.
Oh, Beans.
Joe
was dope.
Ham.
Yeah,
Beans was
she's
dope. That little girl,
crazy.
she was
Yeah,
crazy.
she's crazy.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
She was tough. She had like
I'm
some
looking
hard
him
shit.
up
Yeah,
as
look him up as they go.
Yeah.
So now Jacob Campbell was a surprise to me. That dude had me actually kind of hyped. He was at the end. I don't think he was in. He went. I hate to say it. I didn't find much from Chicago. Chicago felt like spoken word to me.
Here's the thing about Chicago.
To be honest.
Here's the thing about Chicago. I feel like the judges were just being like too nice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Even,
which
like,
is interesting.
And here's the thing about that, like this. Jacob I can't find out other people, but the janitor and Beans were dope. And there was another
Did you
girl
see
from
Flawless
the
Real
Bronx.
Talk? Flawless Real Talk is the one actually I think I like the most.
I didn't look.
Check him
up.
out. Flawless Real Talk, to me, he had the look, he had the sound, he had the confidence. The reason why I want to say about him,
he gonna win.
He gonna win. That's what I'm. So that's my number one to win.
Yeah. He at least gonna be in the final four.
He will be. He's got to be.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna say this about the cat. The reason why
He gotta change his name. That name trash.
Oh yeah. What's just so interesting with a lot of these new cats' names?
He could just be flawless and that'd be cool.
That's it.
Don't put the
But
real
see,
talk on
but
there.
back in the day, that's how we used to name ourselves.
Yeah.
I looked at those people's names. I was like, they long as hell. They sound like rock bands now.
Yeah.
Everything
Yeah.
about this looks like rock, and I want to say this about rock.
I love rock.
I've loved rock back in the day. However,
tread it lightly, brother.
I'm gonna tread lightly.
Okay.
This is my problem when rock. I'm talking like rock, like whatever you would consider.
I like alternative, so like
Yeah, I'm not talking like Nirvana. I'm talking when you start to get into the ones that had angst. Like when you had
Jimmy Eats World.
maybe that's one, I don't know.
Love it.
Jimmy Eats World.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like when you start
Yeah.
getting like to what's the one like when all the shootings started happening in school. Those rock bands,
you
9
talking
Inch
about,
Nails
like
and
Marilyn Manson.
Marilyn Manson.
Like that.
When
Yeah,
you
I
start
don't
getting
listen to
into
that. I don't consider that rock. That's like goth music.
what was the dude that always wore the hat backwards? Red hat. Who was it? Fred Durst.
Oh, Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit. So here's what I'm saying. The reason why I'm saying
Mac may be tripping a little
no.
bit.
No, let me tell you where I'm going.
I don't know. I'm not following.
When
Okay.
music started taking on too much angst, that's when it started dying.
Man, Fred just did all for the nookie.
No, but he did that other song. Think about it. You remember
He did
go
this
back.
shit-
Right. But no, go to Woodstock when they tried to bring Woodstock back.
Yeah.
Jamiroquai was all out there. Hey, Capricorn Day, right? Which nobody knows where he's at now. But when you had all those cats performing, when you had angst. Now, don't be wrong.
Damn.
Rage Against the Machine, one of my favorite groups.
Oh man, I love them.
Look, I could tell you, I love a lot of them, but the problem was what happened is with the music, it had too much angst. It had too much heaviness to it.
Yeah.
So what happened is people
I
didn't
get
play
what
it
you're
enough.
saying. I get
it
what you're
became
saying.
too moody of a music. So what I think is happening with some hip hop is you see more angst coming into it. That cat that showed up with the baby doll,
not
the
like
baby
that?
head, I don't. And I'm gonna tell you why.
So okay, go ahead. finish
Okay,
your
so
point.
here's what I'm thinking is, and this is what I'm just looking at art.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember? You might have saw. Did you see the Deion Cole stand up?
I did.
Which was actually pretty good to me. I liked it. But Deion Cole made one comment. His comment was, "We used to sing about like love," and I get what he's saying when he was going there. He says now it's just like I'm gonna give you the dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. So I think with angst, what happens is the art of, look, we all got pain.
Yeah.
But I don't want to hear music that makes me feel more pain. I don't want to feel your pain. I want to get out of the pain I might have.
Some people can listen to music with pain in it, and it helps them through their pain.
If it goes that route.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, like, let me say this. So if you got Marilyn Manson, right?
That's not helping you through your pain.
It's not helping me through my pain. It's more pain.
Nirvana can help you through your pain.
Oh, absolutely.
You know
now, Nirvana, but at the same time, what happens is you get in a breakdown. Here's the thing about art. Art should...
It's expression.
It's like, yeah, but art is beauty. And I hate to say this because I'm very... I gotta admit, I am very one-sided when it comes to art. I can see a lot of dark art and say that's beautiful in its own way.
Yeah, you don't like Basquiat, do you?
Absolutely, I'm be honest. The movie or
his actual
work?
Art.
No.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that. Yeah.
I'm not a Basquiat fan of his art, and I think it's because to me,
I thought of you the other day when I was watching something on. It was 2020 Dateline. It's this dude that makes art with paper mache.
Yeah.
And he pulled like, this dude is like selling art for like $30 million, and he takes like, I gotta find his name, man, because like. He's very popular. Like Jay-Z just bought some of his stuff. Oprah bought some of his stuff. And it's like, I was looking at it, and I'm not a hater at all. Like, but if I don't understand something, I'm just going to say I don't understand it. Now, I understand the principle of what he's doing. But the way that looks, I'm like, I just kind of shrug. And then it's like, who am I to tell somebody, like, that's why I don't really, with art, I don't never critique it.
See, that's my problem with art, but you can. Yeah. And I think that's the problem. I think people...
But you studied it, so you know
I was big in it, and I think I still am, but I think the problem is this. Things can be dark, and they can be, is it macabre? Is that the word I want to say? They can be that and still be beautiful.
Right.
But I think whenever it takes when you're breaking stuff down to destroy it in its own kind of way, you're losing the beauty of it. Even though you think because I think this is my problem. People can fucking spit on the wall and say, "Oh, that's art." It's not. That's spit on the wall. You know what I'm saying? Like it needs to have. We need to make sure. Okay,
look up Mark Bradford. Yeah,
Bradford.
Look up Mark Bradford.
I hear my man over there, Tim, saying it's dope too. So let me see. Oh, but Tim, we're gonna bring this up. We need to talk about this when we go there, no doubt. Okay, so Mark Bradford. Okay, I see. Okay, this is Pollock.
So just look
up
like
Jackson Pollock, right?
Yeah, just look up some of his stuff. Like you may like it, but I'm like looking at it, and I'm just like, all right. And Lee's watching it, and I could like some of the pieces, not all of them, Mac, not all of them. Some of the pieces that he showed, I was like, oh, that's beautiful. I like that. But like the mass majority, I'm like, what makes that shit right there? That's $34 million.
Because this. Yeah, exactly, exactly.
What makes
so let me hit you.
I don't understand about art.
It's a brother?
Yeah, it's a black dude.
I see him. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
that's why I wasn't trying to hate. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, man, let me try to like some of his shit. But it's like, remember that shit I told you about on HBO that I watched?
Which one was it?
It was called The Price of Everything.
Yes.
It's the most. Dude,
I'm watching this thing because
please watch it. It's called The Price of Everything, and it's about art, and it's about the art community and how much shit costs. Motherfuckers out here buying a reflection ball for goddamn $12-15 million. A ball that you look at, then you sit a piece of art on the wall and you look in the ball, and the ball supposedly puts you into the piece.
Well, but look, Chris. The only reason why those pieces, the reason why they can sell this kind of stuff is because somebody of notable distinction has said that is valuable. Yeah, people put a value on things because. I mean, you can put a value on anything. These phones, like you say, cost $1,200-1,300.
I said, Ali, take this brush, nigga.
Right,
get
absolutely.
This in your hand, just start wiping
but if somebody of distinction, but until somebody of distinction says that is art, I mean, look, Warhol said Basquiat was art,
it's insane.
And all of a sudden it becomes like boom. So my point about this, though,
that's why I'm telling you, I can't judge art because with music,
no, you can.
With music, you can hear it and you can be like, it may be a preference, but you can be like, yeah, I don't fuck with that. Okay, I don't fuck with that. But that shit's just not good.
And like, you know what I'm saying? Look,
with art, it's hard to do that.
But it's the same thing as food. It's the same thing as food. I think that food.
You have to. Okay, I'm
gonna say this thing's food. You can say, okay, true. Food is fuel. If you go back that route, then you don't need to judge anything. You just food is fuel.
Nah,
I know
what you mean by
something that's delicious,
something delicious. Yeah.
You know if something's delicious or not.
That's true.
I mean, I'm just being honest. Like, you know, and that's why I think you can look at art and you can say if it's beautiful or not.
Charge you $150 for a plate, and you don't think that it was good, but people still coming in here paying $150 for that damn plate.
Man, look, let me tell you this.
Saying like
Beyonce thinks Jay-Z is attractive. Okay, you see what I'm saying? Not everybody gonna agree. You know what I'm saying? She thinks he's the hottest thing in the world.
That is MacArthur Newell.
I'm just saying.
Of the Virginia Newells, okay?
No, I'm just making a point. I'm not saying that I got to agree. Whether the world,
I know what you mean.
If Beyonce
Beauty's
finds
in the eye of
beauty,
the beholder. Yeah.
Well, it's just I'm just saying this. If it no, I'm gonna say this. I don't think that the world will agree that he's an attractive man. I don't think that. I don't think people are going to say. I mean, I'm saying what I think.
That's true.
I'm not saying. I mean, look, I'm not going to judge the man.
I'm telling you, put some money.
But see, no.
I'm telling you,
completely different. Completely different. That's different. That's a successful man.
Okay.
I'm saying attraction. She might. Maybe I don't know if she thinks he's attractive. I don't know. I imagine she does. Let me just say this.
I love this.
Oh, it's great. Yeah. I mean, my whole point is this. But if we look at Beyonce, she's successful. But we could say she's beautiful, and I think the world will look at her and say, "This is a beautiful person."
Right.
My whole point is this.
Yeah, that's not that. Yeah, if you come on,
whatever value you put on, right? Whatever value you put on something is whatever value you put on it. So people can look at his art and say it's worth millions of dollars. That's fine. But to you, it's not.
Right.
And that's fine.
Yeah.
It's not a hit at him. It's not a knock him. It's not even saying that you're a bad judge at art.
Right.
It's not saying that. You can judge it. That's why Beyonce can say, "This is my man. He's fine." For you, go for it.
That's all you.
But for me, 30,000 other people, they might not agree. I don't know.
You like,
So I'm just getting at the point that I think when I look at something like Mark Bradford, it might not be my hit. Now I'll be honest. I do like, if I had his piece in my house, there are a few that I actually do like. I'm gonna tell you the reason why I do like it, only because I like how my interior in my home would go with that piece.
Okay.
So where it hangs on the wall,
I got you.
In connection to my house, I might like it for that reason.
They don't have that eye.
Well, it's just I don't know. I mean, I don't know. So going back to music,
Lee may have that eye. She may have that you.
She might.
Yeah,
but I think, but it's the same thing. Look, you worked in music.
I'm looking at some bullshit right now. This nigga just threw some paint at the goddamn wall.
But I'm saying, you worked in music, and you say Rhapsody is one of the baddest women out there. And everybody says she is, but there's a reason why she's not on top.
That's true.
And the reason why it goes back to this, there was another good comment that came out that show.
I get your point in saying that.
You get what I'm saying? Because the other good comment was actually made from Cardi B. And Cardi B, who I don't credit with a lot of things, but I will say this. She made one good comment that I really liked. She said, "It might look good, it might sound good, but can it sell?" And she says, "I do songs that sell."
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? There's a big difference. That guy, Flawless Real Talk, he sells. Yeah. And he sounds good. Everything else is good.
This is the thing about him.
Yeah.
The thing about him that a lot of artists negate, that they forget about, is performing.
Yeah.
Performance, like selling it. Even if it's bullshit,
right,
I'm going to sell it. You know?
You got to sell it.
I have to sell it. It's the way, it's the diction. Rap, especially for me, personally, and just from what I study and just being around it and just loving it my whole life, I find that your voice, the way that you deliver, and the way that you perform are the three biggest things that every artist that has had some type of superstardom have.
Right.
You know, Jay-Z has a distinct voice. He can perform very well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he can sell he can sell water to a whale, as he said.
He could.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like Cardi B, she don't write her shit, but she knows how to become that thing that's being written. She does that very, very well. Like,
well, not writing your stuff is not one of the requirements.
The biggest example of that is DMX. Like when he came in, you know, everybody was doing a specific thing, and I love this. This is what I love about rap. Like everybody was doing a specific type of music. I'm going to take something that you readily recognize. I'm going to loop it, and I'm just going to do the silliest fucking rap I can do over top of it.
Absolutely.
No knock at Puff and no knock at what they were doing. But it's just like, and I love some of his stuff. You know what I mean? I love, been around the world, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But there's a time and a place where somebody comes along and is like, all right, there's enough of that bullshit.
Yeah.
Get at me, dog.
Yeah.
And the combination of his voice, what he was saying, and the way he performed that shit.
Right. Absolutely.
It just captivates people. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So those three things are the things that I looked for when I was watching the show.
Right.
And a lot of them did not have it. And all I was saying to Lee when I was watching it I was like, man, a lot of people are just doing this shit to make money.
Yeah.
They see the money in it. I want to make money in this shit. And I think as elders, myself, and what I tell everybody or any young person that I meet that says, I want to do this, I ask them why. And I ask them, would they do that thing if there was no money in it? Like, I make music.
Good call. Right,
I make music.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't make a dime off of music right now, but I
Right.
still go home. I still create.
Yeah.
It's still a part of
Dude,
my process.
look, the track you made that I use all the time. That
I
has
just
become,
do
that's
it.
in my, yeah.
There's no intent to actually, or not even intent. Let me not use that because maybe there is intent, but it doesn't matter whether or not I get to the point to where I'm working with certain people. Let me put it that way, because I just love the act of doing it. If it's not that for you, I promise you, I can tell you a better way to make money.
I love it.
And that's my thing.
Look,
like I could tell, I kept as a joke, as an ongoing joke in my house when all of the, Kayshawn will bring his friends over. And I'm like, one of the biggest markets for money. Like if you want to make money, I said, I can tell you how to make good ass money in 7 years post high school. And I was like, they're like, oh, how do you fuck? And you can go be a doctor, that may take you 10. You go be a lawyer, you can go do banking and Wall Street. But no, like, most people don't read enough to know, like, markets like, when they're booming. And I look at the market and what investors are investing in.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm like, and what I see all of the investors investing in have to do with agriculture, have to do with renewable energy, and have to do with things that are anything in the STEAM. You know what STEAM stands for, right?
Right.
Science, technology, education, not education, engineering, art, and math, or whatever.
Right.
Anything in those 5 things, you will make some real money in 7 years post, because the first 2 years out of college, you got to get some experience, blah, blah, blah. So I say 7 years.
Yeah.
You're going to make some money. I said, you want to make 6 figures and live a good life,
sure.
blah, blah, blah. Go into those things. Don't rap. Unless you are truly passionate about that thing. And a lot of them aren't. A lot of the stories that you heard on that show, this is my last hope. I don't know how we going to make it. If this don't happen for me, this is going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's because in our community, the people that actually make it don't come back and help the people a lot of times. And
That's
the people,
real.
whatever.
Right.
The thing that I love about LeBron did not build a basketball academy in Cleveland.
Yeah.
What the fuck did LeBron build in Cleveland? He built a fucking school that's going to hire teachers that are going to teach these kids that there's a different way.
Right.
That you can get there with your mind, not your skills and this, not this. And I feel like if more individuals with money and with the opportunities did that shit, shows like this don't even exist because nobody cares. And it only appeals. I'm telling you, it only strikes our community more so than any other one. We're just like, oh, let's go up there and just do this Bojangle shit real quick. Because that's what you're thinking is going to get you to the promised land. I'm like, no.
Well, I mean, look, if people quit looking at things, look, I think the thing that you're really getting at is this.
Yeah. It's a responsibility. That's where, like, really
especially with an artist. I think that and that's the problem when we're looking at art just as an expression, and letting it just be that. It's not enough.
Yeah.
It needs to be more. It needs to be held accountable to more things than just that.
Take your ass to North Carolina A&T and get yourself an agriculture degree.
Good God, there you
Didn't I
go.
just say it?
Absolutely.
Didn't I just-
Agriculture and technical.
What did Deion Cole say? Won't he say it? And
Won't he say it?
Won't he
will.
do it?
Won't he will.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That shit.
No
Yeah,
doubt.
that's
Look,
exactly
I know we wanted to do one thing real quick before we head out. You
what
wanted to
were we
mention.
supposed to do? Because you got to get to this next joint that you fit.
Yeah. But you wanted to close out with
yes. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Man.
You told me something briefly about it.
Yeah. I want to send all the prayers in the world, to my man Errol Spence Jr.
Right.
And hopefully he has a speedy recovery, that he is able to get back to the level that he was at. He had a terrible accident in Dallas, Texas last week. He is the he's an amazing fighter. You know what I'm saying? And y'all can just go Google him if you're not aware of what it's going to be a rough couple of years for him because some things are probably going to be taken away from him that he's earned and he's well deserved or whatever. I just want him to get well and return back to the ring and in good health and in good spirit.
Absolutely.
Man. So, that kind of messed me up. And it I was telling you off air. I didn't want to bring it up on air, but
sure.
I was telling you off air how I was just telling my son when he came over on Sunday, I was just like, how quickly things can change, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you can be here, and I be telling him to slow down all the time because he be driving so fast. Like, even when he goes out of my community, like damn.
Yeah.
So, you know, I just said how quickly life can change, man. Like, how quickly, like, this dude is on top of the world 1 week.
Just really coming up.
2 weeks before that, had just won the WBA. You know what I'm saying? So now he's WBA, WBO, and now he's at a point where, man, they're even, like, saying he may not even be able to box again because it's
crazy.
that bad. And I don't know the extent of what happened or whatever, but it's just that, you know, same thing when Paul Walker died, man. Like, dude literally died because the car was so low to the ground. He ran over a fucking beer can, and the can, like, just the car went out of control because he was driving so fucking fast.
Right, yeah.
So I just tell people to slow down, and slow down in life, slow down in things, you know, and just
don't
think
be in a
about
race
some of that.
for things. It's
And
true.
some things you can't prevent, but it's just like, you know, and when it's your time, it's your time. But it's like, man, that shit messed me up, man.
Yeah, I can see, man.
So,
Listen,
prayers to that.
Absolutely,
to him and his team, and I really sincerely hope he gets back. You know what I'm saying? You know, it happened, and it brought me back to Diego Corrales.
Yeah,
in the motorcycle,
right? Yeah.
And I was just like,
that's real.
this is crazy because Diego, I'm telling you, like,
He was hell. He was hell.
and I'm gonna say it on air, and Mayweather can hear it. He'd have gave Mayweather that one. If they fought again.
Yeah.
He'd have gave him that one.
Oh, absolutely.
He
I don't
wasn't
think that's
prepared for the first time that he fought. He was a little bit arrogant. He had a lot of things going on. Had they fought again, and there had not been all those politics,
That's a good point.
he would have gave Mayweather that one.
Absolutely.
You would have had a one. You'd have been 50-1. Okay, you'd have been 49-1. Okay,
No doubt.
I promise you.
Well, listen, we're gonna get out of here. Look, whether we talk a little, whether we talk a lot, this has been Talkative.
Holla.
Dude, that was good shit.
Yeah, man.
Talkative.